Over the summer, I got to go to a theater camp where I got to make my own character with a bunch of friends and then put all those characters together in one big story. It was really fun. I go every single year, and it's always like a really good time. Unfortunately, this year, I got super obsessed with the story for no reason. So, I decided to make a video on it. Hey, I'm Star with a 4, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna be yapping about a stupid story me and my friends wrote that I still can't get out of my head for no reason. I don't know why. Oh my god. If you're one of the friends in the camp with me, hi! I probably sent this to you in the group chat. Hello, how are you doing? Don't worry, I won't name any names, so I won't be exposing you on the interwebs. If you want this video, like, taken down or something, I will. I'm just yapping about this right now. I'll still just, like, watch it by myself. Even if it's, like, not available to the public anymore. Literally twirling my hair and giggling right now. Anyways, let's just, let me explain this story to you. The audience, let me explain this to you right now. A Tear in Time, The Anomalies is set in a world plagued with, you guessed it, anomalies. Some of them are forces for good, some are agents of chaos, and others are somewhere in between. When a man comes from another dimension to destroy all these anomalies, it's up to a group of kids, a sassy CEO, a lion, and his husband, aka the embodiment of time itself, to save the world and prevent the apocalypse. We're gonna go in order of appearance for all the characters. First up, we have Arius Jackson, who is, he's a teen from, like, I believe either the 40s or 50s. He's a time traveler who came to finish his parents' work on time travel devices. They died in a car crash, apparently, and he did not mean to come to the world of 2004, which is the perfect year for an apocalypse. He doesn't know why he's here. But he meets Maddie, who is another time traveler from 2020, who uses her time travel to travel back into the past and kind of fool around and escape COVID. She's really sweet and fun. She's a little stupid, but that's okay. Arius is more of like the brain cell haver out of the group. Of course, it's not a group if there's only 2 people, so then we meet, hold up, what's her name again? We meet Caitlin Schwartz. She's 16 years old, and actually turns out to be the daughter of the goddess Athena, so she's literally like a demigoddess. But, her mother died when she was young, so she's kinda in mourning right now. She's from 2004, so she doesn't time travel, and she's friends with Maddie and later Arius. She's pretty sassy and a little grumpy sometimes, but she's actually really sweet under all of that. She's just a silly gal. Next up, we meet Yokai, who is obviously a ghost. He's kinda like a trickster. He likes fucking with everybody. He kinda does whatever he wants, only really following people if he thinks they're interesting enough. He doesn't have many emotional attachments. He also makes Shrek references for some reason, all of the time. I don't know why the directors had us do that. Either way, he's kind of a chaotic little guy, and he has like the Book of the Dead from Egyptian mythology for some reason, which allows him to be in like the spirit world and the afterlife, so that his existence doesn't just like blink out of the mortal plane. And so that's how he ends up joining the gang. Ooh! Next up, we meet Reese Leona, who is the CEO of Reese and Friends and Interns Incorporated. She has this necklace, which is a family heirloom, that she never ever goes without. She's smart and confident, but she can be sassy at times. She can be a bit of a bitch, but we love her for that. She ends up having like a discussion with the next character, Colin Nye, who is the one trying to destroy all the anomalies. He's kind of a conniving little bitch, but he's also just like a little guy, you know. He comes from a world that has been like destroyed by anomalies, so he came to 2004 to hopefully try to stop that from happening in other universes. Unfortunately, he does not see how his actions are counterproductive to the point. He makes a deal with Reese, allowing him to, you know, try to destroy or contain all these anomalies. But not before introducing our next character, Magna Machina, my beloved. They're a robot. They're a robot, kinda. I forget what their actor like based them off of, but they used to be like a security android in like ancient Rome. They're like thousands upon thousands of years old. But they kind of broke away from just that security programming, and now they're off trying to gather all the knowledge they possibly can about like literally anything, whether it's like whether someone has a crush on anyone, or if it's like the secrets of the universe. They have like thousands upon thousands of like little robot androids. They're kind of like a hive mind, but they're just a silly little guy. They're so silly. They're so funny. I love them so much. Next up, we meet the character I acted as, which shouldn't be a shocker to anyone, Gigi Bite. Gigi is he's 16 years old, but he's smelly and pathetic. He's living on his own in like a cheap apartment. He constantly probably smells like old Monster Energy and ramen. He dropped out of high school when he was like 14 and is now working as an intern at Reese's company. He has beef with Caitlin because they used to be enemies in like freshman year. More on that later, but he ends up trying to like help out the gang by getting them where they need to go sometimes. Because guess what? Whenever Maddie and Arius are talking, Arius has like this weird vision of the world ending. Oh no, who could have thought? So Maddie, unable to travel into the future, has to go get Caitlin to go get Gigi to make them a time machine. Well, and obviously, it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well. Instead of being sent into the future to see what happens with the apocalypse, they instead get sent to Limbo. I mean Plumbo. It's not Limbo, it's Plumbo. Pretentious people call it Limbo. Everybody else calls it Plumbo. And that is where we meet our next characters. Cletus Ace, aka Funko Cletus, aka the silliest guy to ever exist in the world ever, is like a silly little lion dude. He's very, very silly. He wants to kind of protect the kids that kind of wound up in Plumbo. He's also husbands with, I think his actor wanted him to be dating Father Time, who is like the physical embodiment of time itself. He's kind of a little bit upset with the kids for, you know, time traveling all over the place because, you know, Maddie and Arius have been kind of messing around with everything. He does not yet know that Colin's also fucking with it that well.
Bet you guys couldn't do 5 times 1,000.
Father Time has grown ill due to everybody time traveling, and also we reveal that this has been a time loop all along, right? Father Time has been like sending like rewinding time to stop the apocalypse from happening over and over and over again. But every single time, everyone has failed. They keep failing to make time not die. But this time they're hoping it will be different. So Cletus tells them about this one man called the God Killer. Dun dun dun! You can probably guess who that is. Who's been, messing with all these anomalies and, embodiments of laws of physics or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. But he gets the kids to, stop time traveling, and also they decide that they're gonna find this God Killer and kill the God Killer. Ooh, so cool, so smart. But just as they're leaving Plumbo to go on their mission, we hear Father Time say, Cletus, I know you wanna hang with your nephew Yokai. You can bounce. Catch you on the flip side. Father Time uses a bunch of slang from every single generation. Literally one of our favorite lines that we wrote, me and Magna Machina's actor, and I think Cletus's actor, we all kind of wrote that scene together. So one of our favorite lines was, cut the gas and chillax, you old coot. I love that one so much. It's so funny to me. I don't care. But anyways, they are sent back into the present time, and they find out where this God Killer is staying, which was originally supposed to be Miami, Florida. We just thought that would be really funny. Anyways, yeah, they're out looking for the God Killer now. But meanwhile, Colin and Reese are still chatting. They're still trying to figure everything out. Colin reveals that he knows that Reese's necklace holds a special power. Ooh, who would have thunk it? It's an anomaly. It allows her to perform mind control on people. So he will help her use this power if she signs the contract with him to allow him to take all her information on time travel, mostly to destroy it so that nobody can ever time travel ever, and everyone will be stuck in this timeline or dimension or whatever. Just as she's about to do it, in comes Magna Machina and Gigi Bite, who has been following them, because Gigi's kind of like this little monkey see, monkey do type of guy. He sees a shiny little scrunkly robot, and he's like, "Oh, I want to be your friend now. I am so intrigued. I am fascinated." So he's kind of just following them around. Magna's like, "This is not the target, but here he is. This guy could be of some use." Magna leaves. Gigi's like, "No, what the fuck?" So then he makes a deal with Colin to be able to go with his best friend forever now. He gets attached very easily to people. So then, the moment they make a deal, Reese promotes Gigi because he actually managed to figure out time travel now. So he's promoted, but then instantly fired when he goes snooping through Reese's documents under Colin and Magna's command. Reese mind controls him as she fires him, sending him away. It's a little messed up a little bit, a tiny little bit. Either way, she figures out that Colin probably does not have the best intentions since he double-crossed her. So she leaves and has a gut feeling, has a vision of these other people coming to defeat him. Ooh, crazy, awesome, whoa, wild. So she meets up with the rest of the gang, including the kids and Cletus, and they're like, yo, you know about the God Killer too? They're like, yeah, and she's like, yeah, I know where he is. We can go defeat him now. But as they're doing that, Caitlin wanders off and is taken by Magna Machina themselves. Colin has ordered them to capture her under any circumstances for some reason, which we will figure out in a moment. And so she's taken, and she's hidden in Colin's little lair place, where guess who's waiting? Gigi. He's kind of just taunting her because this is kind of the ultimate revenge. He's kind of just being a little bit petty about it. He's not doing anything to her. He's kind of just flaunting around ha 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 ha, I win, you lose. until Colin comes. Gigi and Magna are off to the side, kind of like chatting a little bit, figuring out how to confess to Gigi's gay crush, who is the mailman that he constantly like harasses. But as they're doing that, they overhear Colin talking about and revealing to Caitlin that he's the one who killed her mother. Oh my god! Oh my god! So Magna's like, whatevs, I don't care. Who cares, man? And Gigi's like, he murdered someone. I don't like that. So when Colin leaves, Gigi has a heart-to-heart with Caitlin. They talk about their differences and like coping with the fact that they're both kind of like outcasts. They were both kind of like alienated in their school. Gigi embraced it. Caitlin hid it. So, yeah. That was a whole plot point. And Gigi ends up doing a 180 and helping free Caitlin. And then when the rest of the gang meets up, when the rest of the gang meets up, Colin's like, "Don't fight us. We have Caitlin. She's the prisoner. Ha 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 ha." And Gigi's like, actually, there's no prisoner here. Frees Caitlin, convinces Magna to join. And then they all like gang up on Colin before Father Time himself interrupts. Boom, bam, gotcha. He tells Colin that he's kind of being very, very, very counterproductive, and excuse me. By the way, I forgot to mention. Caitlin has healing powers, like because goddess of wisdom and war. So healing people on the battlefield, basically. That's kind of what's going on. She has healing powers, but she can't use them to heal Father Time because, he is Father Time. So that's why Colin kind of wants to take her down, because she's an anomaly. She doesn't deserve to have these powers. Get her out of here, smelly, stinky poo-poo face. Either way, Colin is like, oh shit, I've been like ruining everything, haven't I? And everyone's like, yeah! You would think that, wouldn't ya? He's like, oh, sorry about that. Yokai kind of goes a little bit crazy at the end there. He's kind of fucked up. Until Cletus reveals that he's his Funkle. Funkle! So, Yokai kind of chills out. Everything ends up good in the end. Arius travels back enough to convince his parents not to get in a car crash. Maddie eventually gets to hang out in Plumbo and work with Father Time to make time travel more controlled and efficient, so she gets to just go wherever the hell she wants. Caitlin has friends now. That's kind of her whole thing. Colin ends up working at Reese's company, even though that is not his intention. He kind of takes over for her. This isn't the end of the story for him, basically. That's not where his story ends. Again, Cletus ends up just hanging out with Yokai. They end up just like vibing together. Yippee, yahoo! Funkle, fun uncle, and nephew, spirit nephew, bonding time. Yay! Yippee, yahoo! Yay! Who did I forget to mention? Oh yes, Reese. Reese goes out and like kind of explores to kind of find herself and find out everything she can do with her new abilities. Gigi's fine now that he has like a single friend. So he kind of just makes Caitlin step on a Lego, and then that's it. He's happy, but not really happy, because he is a little complex, actually. I kind of made him my torture victim. Magna Machina is now in like multiple dimensions, kind of just vibing. They don't really interact with anyone else aside from like Gigi and Colin, because that's all they really care to associate with. Other than that, they kind of just have a few like androids sneaking around, just following everyone, because everyone else's brains still have knowledge to extract. So gotta keep that there. Gotta keep tabs on everyone. Either way, everyone's happy, but not really happy, because I'm writing a sequel. and my Pookie Magnus actor's actually writing a rewrite, and Colin's actor's little brother is, I think, writing a fan fiction, which is actually so silly. If you're watching this, I need you to send it to me whenever you're done. Please, for the love of all that is silly, please send it to me. I need this in my...
No kissing the mailman.
In my sequel idea, Maddie goes missing. Nobody can find her. She's not in Plumbo, she's not in 2020, she's not in anyone's timelines. Nobody can find her. Not even Father Time. So the gang has to get back together and figure out where she went. It's fun. It's a fun time. I was gonna tell you where she is, but I changed my mind. You don't get to know that. Haha. But in the meantime, everyone gets more development. Gigi turns into a robot. He kind of gets all his organs replaced with metal ones. Because, metaphor for gender dysphoria, which is literally me for real. He goes a little insane there, but it's okay. He still has like one friend, and that's it, and that is Magna, who is, they're just chilling there. They're chilling. We learn more about them and their story and how they used to be like. I don't know all their lore, and I'm so sorry if you're watching this, Pooh. But they used to be just like this security system called VAMS, which is an acronym for something in which I forget. Very awesome mega system or whatever. I don't care. I'm kidding. I don't know. Either way, sorry, that was my wrist. We learn about them and how they used to be like a security android and how they're evolving and changing over time. We learn about Colin and his home dimension and how it was destroyed and how that's affected him mentally. He's kind of like a kid at heart because, his dimension was like turned into an actual hellscape when he was just like a teenager, so he hasn't had the chance to like really grow up properly. We learn more about Yokai and how he's dealing with not having the Book of the Dead anymore because he had to throw it away. He threw it away because nobody should have that power, but he's coping with the fact that he's freaked up a little bit. He's a little freaked up. He kind of fucks with everyone a little bit because of that, but he's chilled out a little bit more now. We're probably going to get more into Cletus and Father Time's relationship. We go more into Reese's character and how she got where she was, how she got to the point that she is. And as they search for... Oh, and also Arius. We can't forget about Arius. We also learn about Arius and his story and what he's up to. I'm thinking maybe I'll have to consult with his actor. I'm thinking maybe he went to like make an entire company with his parents that Reese also is kind of involved with, so they kind of like have their little business together. That'd be cute, I think. Methinks. I discussed this with a few other people who were part of this, and they were like, yeah, that's a good idea, and I'm like, yay! So I don't know yet, but maybe. I'll explain the whole time travel system in a minute, but it's crazy, it's fun, it's awesome. I just wanted to emphasize the fact that Gigi is my torture victim. I gave him so many issues. His parents hate him. He has like 0 friends before Magna, and also he hates himself so much that he literally lets himself get killed and turned into a robot. Tee-hee! I feel so silly for that. I kind of decided to obviously project on him a little bit, so he is also in his robot form always in pain, as one would probably assume. So he has to like use like literal, like, gasoline / oil or whatever to not be in constant pain all the time. Because that is literally me. He is so me, guys. Oh my god. I might give him a boyfriend as a treat. You know, let him have some fun. I'm not sure though. Except maybe then I'll just trap him in a computer for a little bit. I'm not sure yet. Still deciding how I want to torture him next. Heart emoji. My friend came up with the idea for blurgatory, which is actually like the antithesis to Plumbo. It's kind of like, instead of being this fun little place where you can watch over every single thing in time, like time is like the big thing there, blurgatory is like a place where time doesn't exist. It's kind of messed up a little bit. I don't know exactly how to explain how it works, but very few have gone there, and the few that did are either like actually insane now or are Magna Machina, which one and the same if you ask me. I love blurgatory so much. I'm gonna try to like find a way to design it a little bit, but I can't take credit for the idea. That wasn't mine. Shout out if you're watching this, boo. On to more lighter stuff. I've been kinda trying to work with like character dynamics. It's really fun. Colin's actor and I kinda decided that Colin and Gigi would not be friends afterwards, really. Gigi would kind of be a little scared of Colin, and Colin would kind of think Gigi's an annoying little bitch baby, which he is. So, but maybe they end up getting along, because if they were to actually like not despise each other for no reason, they would probably get along better than they think they would. In not my words. Shout out to you, Pook! I also kind of decided that the thing that kind of set Gigi off against Caitlyn is that she called him a scene queen. So, I love that idea so much. It's so funny to me. It's so fun and silly goofy. The gang also decided that Colin and Magna would totally like smoke a blunt in the back of like a Denny's parking lot. It's very fun. It's so funny. I love them so much. Gigi might also beg to join the blunt rotation, because I actually think that would fix him. Literally, weed would fix Colin instantly, like that. Weed would fix him so fast. And one full course meal would fix Gigi, actually. Wikipedia would fix Magna. Literally just like going down a wiki rabbit hole. That would fix them. Anyways. Sorry. I also kind of had this little idea that Maddie and Caitlyn would always time travel to like Arius' timeline after the story, because mostly to just go shopping, because everything was cheaper there because inflation. So they would basically be millionaires with like $5, so they could just buy out an entire mall with money they found on the floor one day. It's really funny to me. I love it so much. You have no idea. I'm literally kicking my feet as I'm doing this. Kicking my feet and giggling. I'm probably gonna show some of the random stuff I made on screen. I'm planning on making like an animatic. Me and Magna's actor, aka also Father Time's voice actor. We keep saying like Magna and Gigi are so like femtinal core. They would listen to femtinal together. It's very fun. I don't know what to say. I am brain rotting so hard over that. Anyways, I'm actually so tired right now. I don't care. Oh my god. Oh my golly goodness. I've been trying to like make splash art for every single one of them, but, there are some characters that are easier to draw than others. I have a bit of trouble with it sometimes, but that's okay, because I'm doing my best. I am trying my best. It's okay. It's okay. Anyways, yeah. Earlier, I promised I would talk about the time travel mechanics and whatever. It's pretty hard to explain. I did little to no research about it, so my source for figuring out how this works is not actual scientific theories. It's whatever I want. Okay? So, literally, I'm just making shit up. I don't care. Basically, a universe is a collection of timelines that share the same laws of physics, okay? So, if there is a timeline in which you are all bananas, then that is still within your universe. Very disconnected from your timeline, but still within your universe anyways, I believe. If that's... I don't know, man. However, when a timeline starts breaking said laws of physics, then it becomes an anomalous timeline, which usually occurs when too many anomalies start messing around and making shit up. Anomalies only exist within one timeline, and anomalous timelines after a while will begin to decay. So Colin's timeline should be decaying by now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Sorry. Plumbo is the only anomalous timeline that can sustain itself because that has Father Time in it and whatever. But anomalous objects only exist within one timeline, but their wielders exist in multiple. So Maddie's time travel necklace thing exists within only one timeline, but Maddie exists within multiple timelines. Caitlyn only exists in one timeline, though, and Yokai's book only exists within one timeline. So that's how that works. Yippee! If you want to see more of these little guys, I've kind of posted them a little bit on TikTok. I'll show my TikTok on screen now. And you can also follow my Tumblr, even though I don't post about them on there. I mostly just yap about Frankenstein. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. It was very fun for me to make. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Star with 4, and always remember to keep one eye open. Bye!